Hi everybody, this is Oliver Hines from underground.com, and I'm very happy to say we're here with Alan from Life of Agony.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
In this glorious dressing room.
I've done some good interviews back here.
Right, we have a nice focus point of the trash can right in the center.
Not speaking of trash, the new album Sound of Scars is
I like the segue, that's a good segue.
But obviously Sound of Scars has just come out, like last week I think it was, maybe 2 weeks ago now. Why now did you decide to do a sequel to River Runs Red?
Because you asked us. Didn't you email me? You were like, can you?
Not personally.
No?
No.
Oh.
I was just happy for more Life of Agony.
Okay. It happened really naturally.
Cool.
We were about 4 or 5 songs into writing the new record. And I'll take it back. Last January we got Veronica Bellino on drums. And when she joined the band, we had this like new fire and passion in the band, and we went back to listen to all the old records together so we could build a new set list with her. And so to listen to the old stuff with fresh ears, with the new drive and everything, she learned like 20 songs right off the bat. And we played songs that we hadn't played in maybe ever, some of them. So by listening to it, and in that context, we noticed, for the first time from an outside view, along the way we kind of abandoned certain songwriting elements, like big gang vocals, and for choruses, like an underground, or breakdown parts in the middle of riffs that seemed kind of non-traditional. And so we were like, those were so much fun to do, and we played them live every night, and why don't we incorporate some of those things into the new material? So we were already in that mindset, and so when we started writing Sound of Scars, 4 songs deep, the word scars kept popping up in the lyrics, and very similar themes, and they seem tied together in a lot of ways. And we've said it many times that River Runs Red especially has helped a lot of people through dark times, and we've been able to watch those people grow up with us over the course of decades now. And they look to us for inspiration, and in turn they saved our lives too, because those songs come from real places. So to make a long story short, those people had a band like us to get them through dark times, and we started to think, what if this kid on River Runs Red, the troubled teenager who went through all that stuff, had something to get him through? What if he survived? And that was really how we got there. So it happened very organically, and when I presented the idea to the band, we were sitting having coffee at Joey's house in between rehearsals, and it made an impression on everybody, like, that's interesting, let's see how we would do that, and how would we do that? And it just kind of fell into place really naturally that way.
It's quite interesting. It's nice as well, and like you say, the album has helped so many people. So to have, where the end of River Runs Red is quite ambiguous, to have that confirmation that the character is still around, and that's great for people that were such huge fans for that album and felt such a connection with that album, that even as a fictional character that got through, and they can too, just as yourselves has, because like you say, it comes from real places.
Yeah.
But you mentioned
and still battling depression, and myself included. Even when great things are happening in my life, it's there's something rumbling right under the surface that tries to pull me down, and a lot of songs come out of those moments.
You mentioned Veronica being in the band now. As a musician, what does she do differently to Sal, for example? And if any way, other than lighting that fire, has she changed the dynamic of songwriting?
Well, she's just a great energy and a fantastic musician. She's just brought a new sense of life to us as a group. And, you know, we learned so much about each other and had so much fun on the road last year. We were on the road a lot with this Rise of the Underground tour. And we brought out some of our friends like Billy from Biohazard, and we played with Power Flow, and also Billy Bio, and we played with Sick of It All, and you know, bands that we haven't played together in 30 years, and we just had a blast all together.
Yeah.
And she was a part of that, and a big part of that, and keeping things light and fun on the road, always joking around. And as a musician, she's just so precise, so calculated. So she brings a certain precision to her playing, whether it's live or in the studio. In fact, we recorded the drums out in Oregon with Sylvia Massey, the producer who did Tool and System of a Down. And Veronica played on this handmade kit that Sylvia had there, and it just sounded phenomenal. And even Sylvia pulled us aside, and she was like, she's one of the best drummers I ever recorded, hands down. So
High praise indeed.
yeah.
Why the decision to record out in Oregon? Because I believe Joey has his own studio.
Yeah, so Joey co-produced a record with Sylvia, and we thought it would be a good marriage in the sense that we knew that we wanted Sylvia to mix the record, and we wanted her to get into the recording in some way. So we felt that to lay the foundations with her, the way the songs were going to go, all the arrangements, record the drums in her studio out in Oregon, and then work on the rest of the tracks back in New York at different studios, and then send the files out to her to mix. And then we eventually mastered the record in Los Angeles with Howie Weinberg, who did Nirvana and Metallica's Master of Puppets and stuff. And he actually mastered the record analog instead of digital. We made a lot of conscious choices that to chase certain types of tones on the record, certain warmth and body that you can't get digitally.
And if it is going to be a true successor to River Runs Red, then it's probably best to use the same, what was available to you then. So, obviously there's already 2 videos been made for Scars and Lay Down.
And there's a third.
Was there?
Yeah, there's one for Blackheart.
I'm a fucking idiot. There's 3 videos been made.
Well, that's the beauty of this. You just rewind the tape.
No, I'm a fucking idiot. If I'm a fucking
But that's
idiot,
going to stand.
then, yeah.
Okay, fine.
But they look like they were quite interesting to make, and like Lay Down especially is very, it's very much focused on the concept. Sound of Scars is a cool video. It seems to be a little bit more, that represents the Life of Agony live show more than Lay Down.
Yeah.
I would hope. But when you were filming these videos, was there any concept beforehand to really relate it to the story of the record or anything like that?
Well, I find that we have a lot of dreams of the way things go, and then, you know, when you actually go to execute them, you run out of time or budget or this and that. So the Lay Down video came out fine, came out great, we all like it, but we had a lot of ideas about certain transitions that ultimately didn't make the cut, that didn't work. You know, but that happens in everything. You know, you always run out of time. But yeah, I think it came out cool. We shot it in a haunted mansion, like 1700s built, like it was a speakeasy during Prohibition.
Yeah.
Someone was murdered there. You could definitely feel some spirits in there. There were secret rooms with baby dolls laying there. If you were going to film a horror movie, you would film it there. Yeah.
King Diamond's looking at you right now with such jealousy.
Yeah, no, it is a place. And the place is filled with black mold. Like, you walk in there, your eyes are burning. Yeah. Because, check it out, it was located very close to a lake or a river. And during Prohibition, they would transport the booze in crates, and then they dug a tunnel to the river, put the booze on sleds, and dragged them through these tunnels, and they brought them right to the basement of this place, which was a bar. Yeah. And all that stuff is still there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
You must have had so much fun just wandering around it.
Oh yeah, we did photo shoot in there. It was interesting for sure.
Awesome. Obviously, it's a brand new album, so you want to focus on promoting that. At some point, do you think there'll come a time when you perform River Runs Red and Sound of Scars back to back as a whole?
You're like the 10th person this week that asked me that. Yeah.
That's getting good.
It must be a good idea because a lot of people are thinking that way. We hadn't intended to do that, but it seems like a bunch of people have thought about it.
Okay. There I was thinking I was an original.
Right, so you can take back the idiot part. So you redeemed yourself.
This is the second album now through Napalm Records. Obviously, A Place Where There's No More Pain was come out 2 years ago through the same label.
Yeah.
How's your relationship with them been so far?
They've been great. They're really supportive. Yeah, I really can't say enough good things about them because they really, with both albums, gave us complete creative control.
Yeah.
We basically signed the deal, and we went and made a record, and gave it to them finished. And you know, no one's on the phone. You know, what's it sound like? I want to hear it before you mix it, and all that stuff. Like we've dealt with other labels, and they were the first one that was just like, we know it's going to be a Life Agony record. Yeah. We can't wait to hear it. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a great philosophy for a label to have, is that they know what they're signing. And that's what you want, whether it's Life of Agony or Grim Reaper or whatever.
Right. But with this record, they had no idea that we were going to tie it to River Runs Red, so they were very happily surprised about that.
Yeah. Cool. Just finally then, what's in the pipeline for next year? I know today, I think it was, you got confirmed for Bloodstock Festival.
Yes.
Right here in England. Yeah. Or Mudstock as we call it.
That's going to be a great one. A lot of great bands on that.
That's an amazing lineup.
Yeah.
That's probably the best lineup any British festivals had for a long time.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We also announced our first ever appearance in Australia.
All right.
And that'll be January. And then we have a bunch more announcements coming. Yeah. Cool. We'll be busy next year. Yeah.
Good. Cool. Well, thank you very much, I'll try again. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me today, Alan.
Yeah,
I really do appreciate it, man.
Thanks.
All the best.